I love beauty, but I do not like wasting money. I used to buy everything that went viral, and half of it just sat in my drawer. Eventually, I realized buying less actually made me feel more beautiful. And let me tell you why. Luxury isn't about owning everything, it's about knowing exactly what you need. Here's what I stopped spending money on, and here's what I'll always make room for. So, like I mentioned, I used to overspend on beauty. I used to splurge on everything, and I would always fall for those viral trends, hair gloss, lip oils, you name it, I fell for it. Let me just say a list of everything that has gone viral that you've probably heard of as well. So for makeup, we had the Milk Makeup Water Jelly Tint. We've had the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. Skincare, K Beauty was on the rage. We've also had that snail jelly stuff that you put on your face, the collagen masks, the red light therapy. So many people have been addicted to the Dior lip oils, and personally, I don't know why, but I just can't get on that train of a lip oil. I will get on the train of a lip butter, something that is hydrating my lips, but the lip oils just, I don't know the concept, and maybe it's because I'm too naive and I'm like, oh, another lip product, but I just can't get behind paying that price for a lip oil. But the point that I want to get across is that there are so many trends out on social media. You literally type in beauty on TikTok and it gives you a list of so many different concepts, products, brands, and it's quite overwhelming. And a lot of people see their favorite influencer trying out these items. Maybe it's because it's been gifted or they're getting paid to advertise it. But I think that there should be some disclosure around it where they say that it's an ad or they say that it's a gifted product instead of coming across like they're genuinely promoting this item, because to their audience, there could be hundreds of items that they're promoting every year. And it's not fair to their audience if they're not disclosing that they're getting money for it or commission for it, because the consumer is paying their hard-earned money for this product hoping that it's been genuinely reviewed, and when it's not, or if it isn't authentic, then that is quite discouraging to someone's fan base, because they're relying on that influencer or that content creator to be building a community of people who support them when they're not being authentically themselves and they're promoting a product that they actually wouldn't recommend. Then it's really not beneficial for anyone except for that influencer or content creator, because they're the ones that are getting paid and the product is actual trash. And I feel like so many of us fall into this routine where we do see someone who we look up to and we follow and they're promoting a product and you're like, wow, like that's actually working. So trust me when I say that not everything on social media is real. And just be cautious when you're looking at buying a product or when these people are reviewing the products, because realistically, everything is just not always as it seems. So a lot of the times now when I'm looking at these products, one, I think, do I need it? Maybe, maybe not. Number two, does it say ad? Does it say gifted? Maybe collaboration. I try to look to see if the person promoting the product is associated with the company, and if they're not, if they're doing a genuine review, then I almost feel more inclined to take their word for it, because they're taking time to create this content for this brand when they're not benefiting whatsoever. So just be mindful and be cautious about what is being shown on social media at the consumer's expense, because you could be wasting your money. Another thing that I stopped spending money on is duplicates. And I've mentioned this in my other videos, how I used to buy, like I literally still have 3 foundations. Do I need all of them? No. Were they expensive? Some of them. But it's like, why do I need 3 foundations when I know that they're all going to pretty much do the same thing? And I don't need to be spending money on more than one, maybe 2 for my summer when I'm more tanned. But I definitely do not need 3 of the same shade from 3 different brands. So be very cognitive of what you're spending your money on, and if there's any duplicates or any repeat items, because at the end of the day, unless they're wrecked, ruined, or you genuinely need another one because you're wearing it all the time and you're afraid that it is going to get wrecked and ruined, then for sure, by all means, buy another pair, or if you want to buy it in another color. But you don't need multiple of the same item at the same color, the same brand. Could be a different brand too. So for instance, like you don't need 4 rose colored palettes. You don't need a Patrick Ta. You don't need a Kylie Cosmetics, and you don't need Natasha Denona palette when all of those are so expensive and they all have similar shades or similar tones to them. Make sure that you only have one and pick the one that you absolutely love, that you can be very versatile with. You can create the different looks. Maybe you can even build on them. You can add 2 of those colors together to create one of the colors that's on another palette that you like. And this way you'll be able to save money, but also not fall into the whole process of duplicating items that you don't need. Another thing that I find that people potentially don't need is the bandwagon of subscription boxes. And I've definitely been a victim to subscription boxes. When I was younger, I had the subscription of the Ipsy box. And every month I would get packages and it would come with different beauty products. And most of the time, like I would get 1 or 2 good things. It would be a mix between full-size products and then just samples. But some of the full-size products were actually pretty good, but for the price of it, like it just wasn't worth it. I wasn't using all the makeup, and eventually like this built up over time where I was starting to get like, I would get multiple mascaras month after month. Mascaras take me a while to get through. Plus I think at this time I even had eyelash extensions. So I know that you could like put preferences of what you were looking for in the bags, but I know that I had put that I didn't want mascara and they still sent me mascara. So it was kind of a waste of money because it really, 1, they didn't really listen. 2, it was nice to kind of see that there was like different variety and different brands that were being presented, but it was almost like the same thing over and over and over again. There'd always be a lip product, there'd be an eye product, there'd be maybe a hair product, and majority of this stuff, like I did not get the chance to get through it in time before the next box arrived. So there was just a lot of buildup, and plus it was kind of expensive because I'm pretty sure like you can pay for like 3 months, 6 months, or a year. Over time, you start to see that it's really not sustainable. And not just subscription boxes, but also some brands, when you're checking out on their website, they'll send you suggestions that you can add items to your cart. And I know Shein does this, and it's always like a good little catch to be like, oh yeah, maybe I do need a white t-shirt for $5.99. But in reality, you don't. It's just a way for them to boost their sales and to get more money out of you. So try not to fall victim to that, because realistically, like unless you really needed a white t-shirt, I would say no to that. Stay clear. So I know the beauty industry is not all bad. They don't always want to upsell you on things. So some of the items that I would continuously invest in are things that make me happy, and I practice self-care with them. I try to invest in myself. And so for this reason, I enjoy getting facials. I just got my hair done. This is something that I wouldn't compromise on. Like, yes, I can do my lashes myself. I can do my nails myself. But for my hair, I wouldn't let anyone else other than a professional handle it, just because I like it a certain way. I have extensions. The color, I bleach my hair, so I don't want an amateur or myself to bleach my hair, and then I just don't have any left. So that's why I leave it to the professionals, and everything else I can kind of compromise on, like my nails and my lashes, in order to splurge on my hair. Another thing that I know some people invest in is SPF, because obviously you have to protect your skin in the sun. Some people have their favorite staple perfume. Sometimes it's super expensive, sometimes it's not. And honestly, like if this is a product that makes you happy, by all means, like continue to buy that. And if it reminds you of a place or a time in your life or someone in your life that's special to you, then obviously that's more meaningful than just a perfume that you use every day because it's in your closet. So being a beauty lover does not mean blind spending on the latest lip oil or the latest hair mask. Being mindful is more important, and making sure that you do your research behind these products, behind who's selling these products, and make sure that it is realistic for you and your beauty routine. So these are not restrictions, but they're refinements in your taste and in your values. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video on things that I stopped spending my money on and things that I find are worth the investment. And I want to know from you, what's one beauty item that you will always splurge on? Now, if you want to see how I romanticize my money saving habits as a beauty lover, be sure to check out this video right here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Megan May out.